Okay, so just a little heads up. This is the Clairaudience class. It's a series of the Claire's classes that I decided I wanted to touch on. I will say these classes are just a small piece of information. And if you are interested in diving deeper into, sorry, my phone just went off, or my computer phone. If you are wanting to dive deeper into a specific clair or a mediumship or the empathic abilities, if there's a subject or a topic that we go over that you are looking to further your knowledge and guidance on, I am offering personal one-on-one programs where you and I will meet once a week, twice a week if need be, via Zoom, just like we are on here now. And the program, all that it entails, I'll go over in a different, with you guys one-on-one if you're interested. I'm not going to waste all the time in class describing all of that. But anyways, so here we are, Clairaudience, tuning into the inner voice. And for those of you that have not been to one of my classes before, normally what I do is I go through my slides that I've created first and ask that all of you stay on mute, not unmute. That way my ADHD doesn't get distracted and, takes me somewhere else. But while we do the slides, if you have any questions or comments or anything, if you just want to use the little reaction and raise your hand, I'll get to those at certain times throughout the class. So let's get started. So Clairaudience, oh no. I didn't think that one through. Hold on. Here we go. And apparently you can move me. So if you want to move me on top of, can you see that? Can you see on my screen me moving?
Yes.
Yes. That is. So if I do this the whole class, would you guys get mad? I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. The power to hear sounds beyond the reach of ordinary experience or capacity. Basically, it's your inner hearing, inner voice. But that's a whole heck of a lot more in depth. So I wanted to do a disclaimer. Initially, I had, that was one of my crystals. I had included, I think, 5 or 6 slides that were to come after this disclaimer, going into diving deep into the similarities and differences of clairaudience and mental illnesses. And I, after thinking about it extensively today, I decided this is not the place nor the time to dive into that area. Again, in the program that I offer, we most definitely will dive into that in detail. But I did still want to do a disclaimer just so you guys know. Oh, I see, Danny. It's different on a laptop. There's my ADHD. Sorry. I am not a licensed medical practitioner and am only stating opinions on the subject matter that we will be discussing in this class tonight. Please do not take anything that is said as anything other than opinions and alternative points of view. If you are worried, scared, or do not feel safe, please seek medical help from a licensed professional. Please seek medical advice from a licensed professional before discontinuing any medications as well. Tanya, you're going to love this. Lastly, please speak with a licensed therapist if any of your thoughts become self-harming or have connotations of hurting others. I talked to Tanya about my disclaimer today, and I was like, I want to make sure that it's okay. so that is that. So here we go. Oh, and disregard this one. I deleted that as well. So are you clairaudient? You can hear, these are just a few song lyrics or music popping in your head out of nowhere. If you have very clear and strong inner voices or one inner voice, you have great hearing skills, are very sensitive to sound and need quiet moments, being more of an auditory learner, and music helps you to connect with your soul. So like I said, those are just a few examples of knowing if you are more of a clairaudient, if you have heightened clairaudient abilities. Oh no, come on, Jordy, get down there. Okay, so here we go. Clairaudience in religion. I thought this was so intriguing. I heard it in an Audible book like a year or two ago, and I had to go back and find that book and find all of this. So it took me a whole lot of time trying to figure out where the heck all of this information was. But the founders of all three Abrahamic religions based their many of their beliefs and teachings on clairaudient revelations that they believed originated from God or one of God's messengers. Examples of clairaudience in Christianity: God speaking with Adam in the Judeo-Christian texts. And I put the Genesis chapter 2 verses. I put that in case you guys wanted to go look at that. God telling Moses how to free the slaves from slavery. Informs Noah that the tides are rising and to build a boat. Jesus speaking to Saul, why do you persecute me? And where that's at, if you want to look at that. And would Islam even exist without clairaudience? Islam began when Muhammad received a visit from Archangel Gabriel, where they had a clairaudient exchange. And that is known to be where Islam began. So little fun fact for you. Peyton, what's up, girl? Hi. Did you have a question about the
Hey,
Christianity?
so no, I can't see. All I see is where it says Clairaudience, tuning into your inner voice. I don't see any slides or anything.
Oh no. Let me see. You can't see it behind me? Oh yeah.
No, I can't even see you.
Oh, you can't see me.
No, I can't.
Can
Like it says you are viewing Jordy's screen and it shows where it says the Clairaudience and tuning into your inner voice, but that's it. Like it's not changing for me or nothing.
Okay. So after this class, if you want to watch the recording, that
There's
works.
two options at the
Oh,
top,
oh,
at the top of the screen. There's a little up top banner. It says view options, and that might be what you need to click on.
oh,
Do you see that? Like you are being recorded. You are viewing. I have like at the top of mine, it says you are viewing Jordy Rossman's slide.
Okay.
And then
Yep, I see it.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry for interrupting you. That was so rude of me.
No, anyway, if you got it, then you got it. Does that help?
No, I'm just kidding, I guess. It like my view options, I've clicked on those and it still does the same thing. So then I've got another little view window up in the right. But you know what? That's okay. Jordy, maybe if you would share the slides with me after class, or I can go back and just rewatch or whatever. I don't want to hold things up.
No, you're fine. I most definitely am gonna share the slides as a PDF on the Facebook page. And I'm also going to upload this video, the recording, onto YouTube. But with that being said, let me see if this works better. Can you see this? Can you guys see this part? Thumbs up if yes, if okay, let's go with this. Thumbs up with, oh, I don't want to show you all that. Would Islam even exist without clairaudience? Could you see that? Woo! Peyton?
Hey, yeah, no, I can't. But you know what? It's probably
Okay.
because I'm using my web browser on my phone. I don't have it
Oh,
downloaded because I was already late and I didn't have time for all that. So that might be why, now that I think about it.
I'm sorry.
It's
Like
okay,
I
it's no
said,
big deal.
I will personally send you these slides, and you can just imagine my beautiful angelic voice describing them while you look at them later. Not in a
All
creepy
right,
way.
perfect.
Don't be creepy about it, all right?
All right, I'll try. We'll see. We'll see.
Is it possible you can get out and come back in?
Oh, maybe exit and get back in.
Yeah, I can, but I really do think it's blah 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 because I'm in my web browser on my phone, like
Yeah.
so it's just
I'm
tripping,
in
it's
I'm
lagging
in
and
my,
stuff. And
it might be in the phone, but I'm in my web browser on my computer because Apple doesn't like Zoom. And so I have to
Right.
go through web browser. And so I don't know if that would be any different, but I'll be quiet.
You're good, girl. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for your help. I don't know where I just went. Okay. I think I'm on the same screen you guys are on. All right, here we go. So this is a really cool one that I did not know about until, like I said, I read this book. Joan of Arc. At 12 years old, Joan began hearing the guidance of spiritual guides, including Archangel Michael. And at one point, they were told to, the guidance. They were told to the Dauphin of France, who then asked Joan to lead the French army against the English, which I think most of us know. The French won because of Joan's heroism that she received through these messages. So I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, okay. All right, Joan. Examples in Hinduism, the world's oldest religion. The majority of this religion is based on insights revealed to the rishis. Even now, Hindus believe that seekers obtain supernatural powers upon enlightenment, which include advanced clairaudience. Hi, Allie. I just saw your cute little face pop up. Oh, you don't have to. You're fine. Girl, I feel you. All right. So, well-known figures with clairaudient abilities. Socrates could hear a voice that wasn't his own since childhood, calling it his demonic sign, which let's all agree that we don't need to call our clairaudient abilities our demonic sign from this point forward. Please, please don't do that. That's not good. Socrates insisted that it was the voice in his head that prevented him from making mistakes, such as entering politics, which, in my opinion, I really wish a whole lot of politicians would listen to their demonic sign. you know? Sigmund Sigmund Freud would hear a beloved voice that provided him comfort when he first arrived in New York City and was living alone. Gandhi, see, I was flying through these. I apologize. I'm going to edit all of these misspellings because it's driving me nuts. Gandhi heard a voice from afar that released him from inner struggles. Charles Dickens, who was not shy about attributing stories to his invisible companions with whom he often conversed with. And then we've got the not so great well-known figure, but nonetheless, Adolf Hitler could hear a voice which he attributed to divine providence that he said had saved his life many times. Among other things that he said, the divine providence told him to do, to be, but I wasn't about to give him any credit for any of that. So yeah, I thought that was really cool about the history and the things that we don't realize or don't put into consideration when, I know a lot of you grew up in different religions and different and learned different beliefs. And I, for one, my Nana was a Southern Methodist and she was a Bible thumper, let me tell you. But she literally, I can't tell you how many times I personally heard of these stories of Moses being told by God through his inner hearing, his inner voice, talking to his God, and examples, how many examples there are in all of those religions that we just went over. And it's crazy to me because these abilities in today's society, as well as since, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, have somewhat been categorized as evil or crazy or, and so for those examples in other religions, I wanted to give everybody kind of the acknowledgement and the realization that this isn't anything new. This is something that has been going on since the beginning of time. We're just emphasizing on it and utilizing it and enhancing it to help better ourselves and others. So these are the sounds for the different chakras. And before we do the practice exercises that we're about to do, I wanted to emphasize on these. There are different ways of making these sounds, pronouncing these sounds, and chants. So this is not just a set in stone, here is what it is, period. I want you all to, with being muted, practice these with me. And again, if they feel good to you, if you can feel them in your chakra, particular chakra or particular area of your body, when you say them, then use them. But if they don't do that for you, then don't use them. Use a different noise or chant or even a poetic piece. You can use whatever feels right to you in this aspect and moving forward. So all right. So the reason why there's an asterisk next to the crown chakra. Oh, I'm getting all sorts of. Oh no, Tanya. No, I wasn't saying no to you. I was reading Peyton's comment. I'm sorry, Peyton. It's her phone is ancient. Tanya, what's up, baby?
Before we get into the sounds, I wanted to mention some of the changes that have recently occurred with the mental health field.
Yes.
I am a licensed therapist, so I'm not, yeah, and this is just
Yeah.
something that's come up, which
Yeah.
is they have people who are sensitive to sounds, whose brains are not able, like if you go into a crowd, they're not able to they hear everything. Their brain does not shut down certain sounds. This has now been tied to anxiety, and it is considered like a symptom of it's anxiety producing and part of anxiety. It won't be added into the DSM for another 20 years because they won't do another one for then, but it is, they now acknowledge that hearing sensitivity is something that is recognized by the mental health field as something to be conscious of. And most people who have anxiety actually have sensitive hearing. And they can hear very high pitches, not always low sounds, but many people can hear very high pitches. And anyway, I just wanted to put that in there, that there is some acknowledgement within the mental health field in regards to hearing and sound. And if that's one of the symptoms that you have, this is one of the best investments that you can make. And these are noise canceling headphones. These are the AirPods 3. They're newer, and they will cancel out all of the noise around you. So if you have trouble at the grocery store, if you have trouble, don't do it when you're driving, but if you have trouble with crowds, that a lot of times it can be not only sensory input around you physically, but it can also be auditory. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents in.
No, thank you.
Before we went into the sounds and meditation
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes. But above all else, when you pulled up your AirPods and you're like, this will help you, I was like, Tic Tacs? What are Tic Tacs gonna do for me? What is that? That's fair. Okay. Yep, got it. But no, I am 100% after talking to you about all of that this morning. And Carrie talking to you about back market, which, yeah, I really want some of those, like really bad. But
You're worth it.
yeah, especially, just like Tanya just said, if you have the difficulties in that area, I myself have massive anxiety whenever I'm out and about, and I hate going to the grocery store. Constant anxiety at the grocery store. I'm going to go inside because it's like the sun is right on my forehead and face. But yeah, if you have that kind of anxiety, if you have those struggles, those studies in particular are really interesting. And like I said, I was so close to adding all of those studies and statistics and everything into my slides, and then I deleted all of those slides because I was like, oh, it's pretty It's a pretty touchy subject for, you know, for
Yeah.
a YouTube class. But
Absolutely.
I do so much appreciate you throwing that out there and letting everyone know. You know, there are options other than being heavily medicated and, you know, for anxiety, when in reality you're just, and I'm not, again, I'm not saying that it isn't anxiety, but there are certain circumstances and certain people that are misdiagnosed with anxiety or other mental illnesses that get medication and it doesn't feel right. And those are you know, they could just be sensitive. They could just have abilities like this that causes that anxiety. So yes, I appreciate that so much. So with that being said, what, Ulrich? So with that being said, I am going to first ask, can you guys see? Oh, your screen sharing is paused. Okay, deal. Perfect. All right. I just wanted to make sure it wouldn't, you know, shy away from what from this page if I went away from it. So with the crown chakra, I do it as and this is really weird for me to do it like with video, so I would have turned my video off. And for the third eye, I use Om, and the throat chakra, and the heart chakra, Yum. So you can go through and try each and every one of these either in your head or vocally out loud. And that the vibrations are what you want to focus your attention to. And particularly today, we are focusing on the fifth chakra, because the fifth chakra is associated with clairaudience. So with that being said, and I will say one of my mentors in the past used hum and yum and rum and vum and lum, like HUM, YUM, and that is again, it's all personal preference. This is not set in stone. Whatever feels good to you, do it. But if this helps with, you know, if this helps you kind of get like a taste of it, that's what I was looking for in this slide, just to give you kind of like a sample of, here, this is what you could use. Oh, hi, Heather. I'm so glad you made it. All right, so I am going to stop sharing my screen, and oh, as you can see, most of my crystals, I'm taking most, not most, but I'm taking a lot of my crystals to a festival, and I'm selling them at my crystal booth. But I'm sad. I'm like, it's it's so empty back there. Okay, so at this time, if you guys want to take like a 2-minute break and grab either a piece of paper or a notebook or a journal, something to write your experiences, what you've experienced after our exercises that we're about to do. write all of your stuff down. As well as if you'd like to turn on some meditation music or, something along those lines, I just ask that you can still hear my voice over them. You don't want to get lost while doing a guided meditation, I guess, or maybe you do. If you're Paul. Oh no, he's not here. Oh, Paul. Dang it. But yeah, so I'm gonna get my crystals, and tonight I have I've got all of them out here, but tonight I ended up grabbing my fluorite and prenite because I love prenite, but you can grab whatever feels comfortable to you. You can, so long as they feel right. And if you don't have crystals, no worries. But I am going to get ready, and it's 6:41. I'm going to pause the recording, and
Would
at
it be good to get some water too?
water. Yes. Please get some water. A glass of water. Thank you, Andrea. I forgot to mention that. At 6:43, we will begin the guided meditation exercises. Maybe. And